Hi everyone, I'm Trenae Nuri. I'm the host of CityCast Philly, which is a daily news podcast that keeps you connected to the city that we love. But this story has nothing to do with Philly. It was the summer that I was going into 7th grade, and I was at my friend Rebecca's sleepover. So we did sleepover stuff, probably eat popcorn, pizza, watch movies. Well, the very next day, my mom picked me up, and she said, "Come on, girl, we're gonna take a road trip." And I was like, okay. It wasn't odd for my mom to do that, because sometimes we would just take spontaneous rides to the beach or whatever. So I said bye to my friends, and we're in the car. And my mom's demeanor changed. I said, "Mom, where are we going?" She said, "Come on, girl, we're just going." Well, we're driving up 95 North, and I'm like, "Mom, please tell me, where are we going?" And she says, "We're going to Harlem, New York to meet your grandfather." And I was like, "What? My grandfather? I didn't know I had a grandfather." So it's a hot summer day. We drive to Harlem, New York. We find a parking spot, and we go into this high-rise apartment building. We get off the elevator, and as a kid, depth is a little bit different, so things might seem bigger than they really are. And I just remember it was a long hallway. It was white and dingy. Every apartment door had a black door. It was painted black. I walk behind my mom, and we're slowly walking to the door. And she knocks on the door. And a woman opens the door. And this woman probably was a nurse or a housekeeper. And she gestures to the back of the apartment. Come on, they're here. And this tall man wearing an all-white suit with a white cowboy hat comes out. And he embraces my mom, and they start crying. They hadn't seen each other in 30 years. Now, I was a kid, and it was like one of those Charlie Brown moments where the adults are like, womp, 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 womp. I didn't know what to do. They embraced me too. We walk into the apartment, and it's a typical New York apartment. So it's a small kitchen, the living room's pretty normal. But the dining room area was actually like a bar, and there was wood paneling, and it was filled and covered with all this stuff about cowboy culture. There were pistols and little figurines. Well, it turns out my grandfather was a part of the Federation of Black Cowboys in Harlem, New York. And that organization taught inner city kids all about rodeo culture and cowboy culture. He used to call me Trey, and he had like a raspy voice. "Hey, Trey, come here, Trey." Well, I had 6 months left with that man. And he created this amazing collage, only 4 of them. He didn't go to college. He went to the New York Public Library and made this collage of history of the old Black West. And he put himself right in the middle, but he put fiction. He was not a famous cowboy. But we only had 6 months with him. And it also turns out that that day that we met him for the first time was Father's Day. When I was thinking of the theme moving right along, I was like, I don't know, I can't move along without telling this history. And so if you have this part of history or something like this in your family, please keep it and tell other people about it. I can't move along without that man, and I'm so thankful that I got to meet him and know him for those 6 months. He's helped me in so many different ways, and so I want to dedicate this story to Willie Malone, my grandfather. Thank you.